how God deals with our oppression. Now, I know oppression might sound like a big word, but it's simple. Means when someone treats you unfairly or when someone was being unkind to you. That's a little taste of what oppression feels like. So let's dive into this topic first. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever felt like nobody understands what you're going through? Maybe you had a tough day at school, or maybe you had a tough day at work, and you're facing challenges at home. It's easy to feel alone in those moments, right? But there's the good news. God sees us. He really does. Israelis in the Bible. They were slaves to Egypt for a long, many years. And they cried out to God for help. And guess what happened? God heard their cries. He sent Moses to lead them out of Egypt into the land of freedom. This story shows us that God cares deeply about those who are oppressed. Now, you might wonder, how does God deal with oppression today? Well, let's think about it in a few ways. First, God offers us comfort. When we pray, we can share our struggles with him. It's like talking to a really good friend who always listens. Have you ever felt a little better after talking about your problems? That's the comfort of God. He's right there with us, ready to help us carry our burdens. Second, God gives us the strength. Sometimes when we feel weak or defeated, we can find power in our faith. Have you ever heard the phrase, "What doesn't kill us make us stronger"? Well, God helps us turn those tough situations into opportunities to grow. For example, if you struggle with bullying, you might become more sensitive towards others who are having a hard time. You could be the one who stands for someone else who feels oppressed. That's strength in action. And third, God encourages us to take action. He doesn't want us to just sit back and wait for things to get better. Instead, he calls us to be change makers. Think about heroes in history who fought against injustice, like Martin Luther King. He realized just complaining about the problem wasn't enough, that he took steps to make a difference in his own lives. Can we do the same? Whether it's standing up for a friend or volunteering in our community, we can be God's hands and feet in this world. But if we feel like you can't do anything is easy, feel overwhelmed, especially when there's so much oppression around us, that's where faith comes in. Remember what I mentioned. When we pray, we can ask God for guidance and courage. And there's a secret: God often works through us. You might not realize it, but even small acts of kindness can make a big impact. In conclusion, God cares deeply about our struggles with oppression. He hears our cries, offers us comfort, gives us strength, and encourages us to take action. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by life's challenges, remember, you are not alone. Look for ways to bring hope and change, both for yourself and others. Let's be the generation that stands up against oppression and spread kindness wherever it goes together with God. Help. We can make a difference. Thanks for all your listening, and then keep this conversation going. And share this video if it's been a good thing, and like and hit subscribe. I'm Pastor Ron for God's Internet Church, Pastor by Ron Weaver, God's Internet Church Ministries online. And hit subscribe and join if this video has been a blessing, because there's going to be more. And this is part of God's Internet Church. This is part of God's Internet Church, walking with God day by day. I'm Pastor Ron. Have a blessed day. This video will have to be uploaded in sometime this afternoon. If you missed it, come back and share the rest. God bless you and have a good day. I'm Pastor Ron for God's Internet Church, walking with God day by day.